Come closer now. This is the story of a boy who grew up too fast, shot too soon, and died before the dust had settled on his name. They called him William H. Bonney. But the frontier would remember him as Billy the Kid. He was born where the cold winds blow, then westward drifted where the hard men go. A mother gone, no hand to guide, just a hungry boy with the desert wide. He learned real quick what mercy meant in a world that broke what innocence lent. And somewhere young with fear well hid, the child fell back and rose the kid. Billy, rider of the plain, dust on his boots and trouble in his name. Too young for grace, too wild to forgive, a boy with a gun and a hard road to live. He drifted through Arizona and New Mexico, gambling, stealing, surviving. And when violence found him, he answered it the only way the frontier seemed to understand, with a gun in his hand. Then Lincoln burned in a war of greed, cattle and power and blood to feed. John Tunstall fell in the dry red sand. Billy swore with a steady hand. He rode with men they called regulators, young outlaws, hunters, lawless avengers, and every shot in that bitter wind drove him farther from the boy he'd been. Billy, rider of the plain, dust on his boots and trouble in his name. Too young for grace, too wild to forgive, a boy with a gun and a hard road to live. They called him killer, they called him thief. Some called him loyal, some called him doomed. But by then, the territory was already turning him into something larger than truth. A name passed from saloon to campfire. They locked him down, but he broke away, left two men dead in the light of day. He ran through the iron, the smoke, the flame, and every escape just widened his name. But legends burn where the shadows creep, and New Mexico never forgets what it keeps. The law rode close, the night grew still, and fate moved slow toward Billy's hill. Fort Sumner, a dark room, July of 1881. Pat Garrett waited in the black. A voice, a movement, a single shot. And just like that, Billy the Kid was dead. But that was the night the story began to live forever. Billy, gone with the night, lost in the dust and the lantern light. The boy fell down, but the tale still did, and the West still whispers, Billy the Kid. Some men die once, legends don't.